Hello, hello. And this is Notary Life with Kimmi, Notary Mentor Mondays, guys. And we want to welcome everyone today. I'm here along with Angela from AJ Mobile Notary, Alexis from Mobile Notary Services by Alexis, and our special guest, Miss Leticia Royster. We'll let Angela and Alexis say a few words, and we'll come back and introduce Leticia and tell you why she's here. I'm not used to calling her that.
I was
How you, Tish?
you can.
All right. So Tish is our special guest tonight. Okay, let's let Angela and Alexis say a couple words. We'll come back to Miss Tish.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our Mentor Monday. We're so happy to have you here. I hope you had an amazing weekend, and I'm so excited to have our special guest. We have a specific topic we're going to talk about to help you with your notary business.
Yes, we are so excited for you all to be here. Welcome, everyone. So, are we going to get started with the story?
Yeah, so we'll just say hey to a couple people. Hey, Angela, Shirley, Pamela, Marilyn, McKenzie, Asia, Miss Cece, hey, Tawana, DJS, Angela, Katura, Yashika. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. And to those of you on Facebook, this is our first time trying to stream live on Facebook, so we hope it goes well. In order for you to participate, you would have to give permission to StreamYard to show your name and your comment. Okay, so if you're on Facebook and want to join the conversation, you must give StreamYard permission. So it should be at the bottom of your screen. I hope this is working. Okay, so if it's not, we'll see you next week. But I really pray it's working. So let's go back. Since we have so many people here tonight, we're already at 40. We're going to change our program just a little bit and get right into who our guest speaker is tonight. And then we're going to share a couple comments with you as to why she's here. So we have Miss Tish Royster, and Tish is a friend of mine, and she also owns her own business. And she's been instrumental in helping me to develop several parts of my business. That's why I thought she would be great to bring you on. She's a great motivator. She's a great marketer. And she gave me like 3 or 4 tips, and it really took my business to the next level. And I was just like, wow, if you can do that for me in 5 minutes, I'm sure you have something to share with our audience. So first of all, we'll get started. So what we're talking about tonight, guys, if we could try to bring our questions surrounding these topics here: how to grow your business if you're stuck, if you're afraid, if you have fears you have to overcome, and how to build your confidence. Because a lot of times we hear people say, I don't know how to price, I'm afraid to go market. So Tish is here for that reason tonight. She's going to help you get that confidence you need to go out there and make that business pop. Okay. And we are so happy to have all of you here tonight. Now, if anyone wants to come up on stage, I'm going to go ahead and put the link in there. And we're okay with that too. You can feel free to come up tonight and ask your question. Okay. So just to get started really quick, what we're looking for tonight, I'm going to tell you one of my fears when I first started my business. Angela has one, and Alexis, and then we're going to let Tish take over. So one of my greatest fears was I'm working here in the state of Georgia, as you guys know, and I kept hearing you can't make any money. It's illegal for you to be a notary. They don't need you. I kept hearing all this negativity. So my thing to overcome was hearing people in my ear or reading it on Facebook, just all the negativity. You cannot make this happen. And I was watching and reading on the NNA, and the NNA says I could be doing all of these things. I said, I don't understand why some people saying I can't, and they say I can. So I'm the kind of person, though, I don't take no too easy. So I kept doing my research, and I figured out, you know what? It's a secret. No one wants to talk about it. So I uncovered it. That's why I started my channel. I came out of my comfort zone. And I said, I'm going to be about it. So I kept looking for information. I found what I needed to go ahead and succeed in this business in the state of Georgia. Okay, so that was my fear. What fear did you have, Angela?
Well, my fear was similar that, I can't make any money doing this. I had been doing it for 30 years for free in the law firm. And I was like, first of all, can't make any money. Second of all, I don't want all my time taken up driving all over the place. But I really appreciated that you can make money. You just have to know what you can and can't do and how to do it. And like Kim mentioned, it's a big secret. But if you know the right procedures, you know how to go about doing it, you can make plenty of money. And I also figured out that I can do this only as much as I want to do it. So I do it part-time, but I make full-time pay. So that was my fear. It's like, okay, I don't want to be working like I was working when I was in corporate America. And I don't want to be all over the place. And it would take me forever to make any kind of money close to what I was making in corporate America. But that's not true.
Right, right. So just overcoming the myths once again. People saying you can't do this, but you need to know how to get around it. Alexis, what did you have to overcome? Any obstacle or fear?
Yeah, my biggest fear was leaving my 9 to 5. I was with my job for 5 years. It was very secure. I knew I was getting a paycheck on this day. As long as I went to work, I knew I was getting a paycheck. So that was really hard for me to switch over my brain and my thought process to now, okay, it's not necessarily steady. I have to really get out there and get it. So to me, it was just kind of scary, and it was definitely challenging because I've never done it before. I've never owned a business or anything of that nature. So having to switch over my mindset to, I'm going into work, I'm clocking in, I know I'm making this much, to I'm having to get out here and get it and still make sure that all the bills are paid. That was very challenging for me. And that's what held me back from actually starting my business. I had my commission for a while to actually me jumping in there. And it's funny how things work. Certain things kind of threw me in to actually just starting full time. It really wasn't a decision I made at the job. Like, oh, I'm going full time. It actually was chosen for me as far as me doing my business full time. So it's just funny how things work out in the end.
Okay, very good. We have a few newbies with us tonight. Welcome everyone. So we're going to go ahead and start listening to Tish. She's heard some of our concerns that we had, how we overcame it, and that could be the basis. And Miss Danielle looks like she wants to come on stage. You want to let Danielle ask her question first, Tish, to maybe get the ball rolling, or you want to speak first? Okay, let's bring Miss Danielle up. Hey, Miss Danielle, how are you?
Ladies.
Hello.
Welcome to the
Thank
stage.
you.
So what obstacles or fears or confidence concerns do you have with your business?
I'm actually not afraid. I was afraid, but I've already quit my job, so the fear is gone with that. It's been exactly 1 month, but I have not, my phone is not ringing. I've done the Google My Business page. I have went out to signing services. I've signed up with them. I went in the area to the nursing homes and everything. My phone is just not ringing. I've had every now and then a few fingerprint jobs, but I was signed up with this one signing service, but she didn't need me this month. So I just don't know what else to do. I'm not gonna give up. I just need some tips.
Right. We don't want you to give up either.
Oh, never.
So Tish was able to actually help me to maximize my website. Okay. So maybe you have any tips, Tish, as far as how she could maximize her marketing. Today really wasn't about marketing, but we can just talk about everything because that you are a marketer too. So
I'm hearing feedback, so it's kind of I don't know.
Let me mute. Think it was Danielle. Okay, I'll mute her for now. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the question is, hey, I've done all what I know how to do right now, and it worked for a little bit, but now I'm not seeing anything. And I think the overall mindset is that you're planting seeds in your business. So the main thing is that everything is not going to happen all at once. You may get a real good run when you're starting out. And that's the exciting part, to know that it is working. So understand that. How did you get your first lead? How did you get your second lead? That run you was doing, look at what was working and continue to focus on that main thing that was working. And then also, what is your follow-up? Or your follow-up is really the money maker. You could be planting seeds and saying, hey, I did this, I went over here, I went over that, but what about the follow-up? And so honestly, it takes 7 times for a person to see you before they buy. 7 times. The likelihood of you having the money to do it 7 times is slim to none. That's why you got to continue to keep going and going. Just think about a telemarketer. a telemarketer calls you all day, every day. And so you may be feeling like, I'm exhausted because yes, you're the only one that's doing it. So I would say is that you're stuck, just focus on one area and dominate that area and go hard and follow up that area. Also, if you're not using ads at this point to reach more people, you need to start using ads, whether it's Google ads, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, something that can get you out of just what you can do. You got to reach more people, and you're only one person. So you can go to as many senior places or signing places you can go to, but there's still a broader reach online. So that's why ads is very important when you are developing, when you're trying to bring awareness, because it reaches more people than ever. So, and also what you probably can do is try to collaborate with people who are connecting to your audience or who is connecting to your customer. So it may not be the regular person that you go to, a signing person that help you. It could be, say it was me, right? I'm in the beauty industry. Do I know people who have a place of needing notaries? Is it vacation? What's coming up for the holidays? People are going to need passports. People, I have a friend now needing a passport to go to a wedding in Mexico. So I would say that look at outside of the box of how you can, excuse me, there's a bug in here, but look outside the box of how you can now reach different areas that need your services outside of the norm. So there's still opportunity. It's still fresh. It's a month old, right? So think of it as a baby. The baby is still trying to figure out, like, where am I outside of the womb? So you got to figure out, like, hey, what is the baby calling you for? They called you for these specific services before. Go back to them. Hey, I know you utilized me a month ago, but do you know anybody else? So it's going to be a downtime. Just know that there's going to be a downtime, and then there's going to be a peak time. But you still have to continue as if there's nobody in your face, no matter you're up high or matter you up low, down low, I should say. So regroup. Basically, give yourself some time to regroup, get your mental strength back up, and go back out there, because you're going to have to continually to go back out there. And it could be that you're not doing anything wrong. You just haven't met the right person yet. So it's working because you got calls before. And that's the important thing, that what you're doing is working because you got a sale. Now, if you was doing what you were doing and didn't get a sale, then I would say, yes, stop, because it's showing you that your tactics are not working. But if you're getting sales, continue to do it. And I always say, pace yourself. Don't burn yourself out because you're trying to do all these things. Go with what you're comfortable with and go hard what you're comfortable with, so you don't have to continue to feel like I'm doing all these things just to make money. Okay?
Well, so Ms. Danielle, let's ask you, are you doing ads? Have you tried Google ads yet?
I started off with the ads because Angela said that's what she did. But Google ads and Yelp ads, they ended up being $200. And I didn't have the money, so I had to stop that. And so
do Facebook ads. Google ads are great when you know what you're doing. Google ads are tricky. They do give you reach. Yeah. However, it's even tricky for those who are well of understanding ads. So Facebook ads literally goes like very detailed, and you can control how much money. Even with the Google ads, even though they say you got to spend $200, you can turn it off when you need to turn it off.
I turned it off.
So don't feel like you got to do the whole.
Oh, I turned it off because they went over my budget, and so I turned that off. But I started off. I've been doing this since October. I started off with one signing company, and she was using me every month at the end of the month for 3 or 4 days. And then this month she didn't use me at all. And the only other two jobs I got were fingerprinting, and that was through Yelp. I have not had any other jobs, just 3. That's it, nothing else.
So when you went to her, Did you find somebody else? How did you find her? How did she find you?
My sister is a hairstylist, and she came and got her hair done or something like that, and or she knows somebody who did, and that's how I got with her. And she said she liked my work. She said I never made any mistakes. I was on time and I was good, but she was having problems with her staff. So what I think is she's trying to weed out some people because she made a long list of rules, and she included me in the emails back and forth. So I think that's what she's working on. And she told me, don't worry, I'm going to use you. But still, it was a lot with that too. But I need to do some work. Even general notary work, I'm not getting anything.
So I'm going to push back, just like Tish was saying. Everyone in the neighborhood should know you're a notary. I don't care what industry. You should be leaving 10 business cards with everybody, first of all. Everyone. Okay. As far as Yelp ads, I personally never had any success. I put my money on Google. Okay. And you have to know how to be very specific in your wording. Okay. Keywords. Their keywords are going to be mobile notary. Yeah. Notary near me. I would not run ads when I'm not trying to work. So like some people say, well, run it all day. No, because every time people click, they paying for that. So if you know you're only going to work from 12 to 5, that's when I'm running that ad is from 12 to 5.
Okay. See, I just turned them on. I didn't know there was a specific time. So
we're not running ads 24 hours like we're McDonald's because we don't have their budget, right?
Right.
So we're going to run ads when we know we want to work. Okay. So if that's 12 to 5, if that's all day Tuesday, because some people say, well, you don't give ads enough time to work if you don't have this larger budget. I'm not running ads and I'm not getting ready to go work at 8 in the morning.
Exactly.
I'm not running ads on Saturday and Sunday and I'm not working.
Okay.
When was the last time you talked to somebody about your business?
A person, just a regular person? Mm-hmm. Yesterday.
Where?
But it was somebody who already knew I had a business.
No.
Just tell.
Did you go outside?
No.
You got to go outside.
No, I mean I go outside, but that person wasn't outside. It was on the phone. Somebody already knew.
So you went outside yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Where did you go?
I went pick people up and drop people off because that's what I do in my family. You know, pick them up, drop them off, whatever. Yeah.
Okay, so your family.
But I did go shopping. Yeah, I went in Walmart and
you went in Walmart. Places. Did you give out any card in Walmart?
Nope.
Okay,
not a one. Okay,
not a one. You said it, not a one.
Yeah, not a one.
Okay,
gotcha.
So
the light went on. Okay.
Try to, like, wherever you go, and this is not to beat anyone up, because you got to get in the mindset of thinking about business 24/7 because that's what you're in. You're in your business.
I used to wear a name tag every day. I don't know why I stopped doing that.
I can tell you why.
Why?
Because you had money coming to you.
No, it wasn't.
I'm talking about when you had the signing lady.
Yeah, but that
right. So when you had the signing lady, you had money.
I couldn't wear it over there.
They wouldn't let you wear your name tag?
No.
Oh, well, that's okay. But when
so
you go
when
out
did
shopping,
you take it off? That could have been when you. My point is this: the likelihood of you taking it off is when you don't have to worry about making money because you see the money.
Right.
So sometimes your promotion or advertising yourself lacks because you see the money coming to you, right? Versus of like, oh, I don't have any money, so I now have to push and go harder to go start promoting myself, right? Mm-hmm. So I would say this for anyone, you're talking about your business every day.
Okay.
Every day. If you got a social media platform, you should be posting something, getting on a live. You're supposed to be doing something every day on your platform. No matter what it is, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Google, whatever it is, you need to be talking about your business every day. Okay. And if you're in the street, you definitely need to be talking about your business every day.
Remember I asked you that, Tish, one time. I said, people don't want to hear about a notary every day. And you asked me, you said, Kim, if you don't talk about your business, who's going to talk about it?
You are your spokesman for You are your spokesman for your business. You are you are everything for your business. You're the salesperson, the accountant, the marketing, the promoter, the operational, the CEO. You're everything, and that's a lot. So I would say every time when you go outside, you should have a daily goal, and you should have weekly goals, and you should have monthly goals. Okay. So when you go out, and I'm talking about for introverts because I'm an introvert. This goes for you too. Okay.
That's me.
You know we got to have a strategy when we go outside.
Yes.
When we want to talk to people, okay? Or to a meeting, right? So what I do is I know I'm going to this conference. I have whatever amount of business cards that I want to use. I want to talk to 3 people. Or I want to talk to 5 people, okay? And so you look around the room. Who do you want to talk to? And you set your goal to 3 people or 5 people.
Okay.
You set a goal. Even a friend of mine says, start the conversation of like, oh, you have a nice dress on today. Or, I like the color of your X, Y, and Z. Or you have a nice purse. Right. You know what? I thought that was it looks very complimentary on you. How about my name is Tish Royster. I am a spa owner. I'm a pedicurist. I would like to give you my card just in case if you need to get a pedicure today.
Okay. I can do that.
So just have a goal when you go outside, or have a goal when you're on the phone, how many people you're going to talk to today.
Okay.
Okay. And that makes it easier for you to know that, hey, I got to do this specific thing each day for each week to get this goal by the end of the month. Okay.
Okay.
It doesn't feel so overwhelming when you're going through the process.
I got a question. I got a question for Danielle.
Yes, sure.
What about your customer service with the customers that you have that ask you for notaries? Do you leave them cards? Do you tell them refer you to people? Because everywhere I go, I leave a card. Every customer that I have, I leave a business card. Your friends need notaries. When
I haven't had customers. I had 2 people that I did fingerprints with, and I gave each one of them a card. Okay. And that's it.
You got to go back out.
Yeah.
You got to go back out. Go back out.
I go out every day, but I need to bring my cards with me.
Yes.
And one more thing too, Miss Danielle, I'm going to have you working from an attitude of gratitude.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
The reason I say that, because that's 4 more clients than maybe somebody else has had. You know what I'm saying? So think about it like that.
I'm grateful. Don't get me wrong. I'm just
no. I know
what I did wrong. Why I'm not getting anybody as far as just general notary, or what else I could do to get more business is what I'm trying to do. I am forever grateful for what I have. Believe me, I've been out of work for a month and I ain't missed a bill, ain't missed a meal, and I go to Walmart and buy what I want and don't have no regrets.
Yeah, so I just want you to be cautious of what words you use, like feed on.
You're right, putting it out there. You're right.
Yeah, add that positivity. Like, you know what? I had 2 more. That means somebody else out there needs a fingerprint. Somebody else out there need a long sign done. You know what I'm saying? I love the tips that Tish gave you. And to quote Bill Soroka, you guys know I listen to him a lot. The fortune is in the follow-up. So you might leave 100 business cards somewhere, but also follow up. Yeah, go back out 2 weeks later and say, hey, are you leaving my cards with people? Just let them see you.
Okay.
Let them see you in the community.
I'll go back out.
If you don't have any marketing, like your t-shirts and stuff, you want to be
working on that. I'm working on the t-shirts, the magnets, and all.
So all of that's going to help.
But I didn't know I could advertise on Facebook. I really didn't.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
But and also make sure you're memorable. You know what I'm saying? When you go out, people, like when I have my flower, people never forget I was there.
Okay.
Find something about you. If it's your smile, if you like yellow, always have yellow. Something where you're memorable. People will never, like they always say, where your flower? If I don't have a flower in my head,
they remember.
They think I'm sick.
Yeah.
They're like, what's wrong with you? You don't feel good today?
All right. I don't want to take up all the time. Thank you, ladies, so much.
You're welcome.
Tish.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
So that was an interesting conversation, Tish. And I love about the follow-up, because a lot of times we all do it. And like you said, especially if you're comfortable, when I got a little money coming in, I'm like, okay, I don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Bill due, and I need some money, and you see me out doing stuff, you'd be like, ooh, I see Kim all the time. So you're right. And my husband always tells me you're not hungry. He'll tell me you're not hungry because I'm like, oh, I ain't got to do that. Until he knows when I'm hungry because I'm like, okay, I got to move. So that was a very good tip too.
And I love the tip about everywhere you go, because I'm at the gas station pumping gas, and literally I take my business card out and give it to the next person, two persons at the gas. Everywhere I go, I'm in the grocery line. I talk to people. Like somehow I get to, oh, what do you do? Oh, I'm a notary. Here's my card. Give me your card. So, like Kim said, the memorable part is what people will call you for, because I have people calling me that I just give strangers my business card. But the conversation that we have and the connection that we have is what makes them call me back.
I would say this. Y'all can go to Vistaprint. You can go to the mall. If you just have something that says, I am a notary on your shirt, like this literally says proud pedicurist. It don't got nothing else on the back. It just literally says what I am. Mm-hmm. I speak to introverts all the time because most of the times we are the ones that get stuck. So if you have something that can speak for you, whether it's a t-shirt, whether it's a hat, it's speaking for you. Okay. So think about what you're putting on your shirt, even though you should be putting your business, but definitely put things on the shirt, a call to action on the shirt. Get the attention of what you do and how they can reach you. So proud pedicurist. On the back, put your phone number, put your email, put your Instagram, put your whatever, because that is already speaking to you. You could be an extrovert and be a person that is like Angela, go talk and send out business cards and everything like that. And she may encounter an introvert, and the introvert don't really want to speak. So the introvert as an audience, all have to do is look at your shirt, look at your hat, and they can go to their phone and start looking up information. So that's why it's so valuable to get tangible things as your business card, as a shirt, as a pen, as a hat, keychain. These are simplified things that you can do. You can go to the car wash because we're now in spring, right? And you can hand the handyman, the personal guy that got his own business, if he wants to give a gift out to women, if he wants to give a gift out to men, give them a keychain, okay, with your information on there as a gift. So there's different things that you got to think outside the box of not always saying, okay, this notary does this, this, and this. Think outside of the box of how you can continually to get your business out there. Because if you're just staying at home and thinking that online servicing of ads and posting is going to be it, no, you still have to do a dual of what you do. So it's a factor. When you look at Amazon is everywhere. It's online, it's on TV, it's in Whole Foods. So you have to reach different areas where your people are located. And that's what Miss Danielle was saying, that she's been here and here and here. And that's because you have to go where your people are. You have to go. And staying at home is not it. You have to go outside. You have to pick up the phone and have a conversation. And if it's hard for you to do that, you need to designate a script of what you're going to say, okay? And then designate a goal of how many people you want to tell this script to. And if someone is interested, what you're going to give them. If someone is not interested, move on to the next person and keep it pushing. So understand you have to have the mindset of having goals, of how you're going to execute, of getting people in your face, okay? But the reality of it is this. It is Financial Literacy Month, okay? So you need to know your numbers, okay? So your numbers should be talking to you about, hey, I got bills to pay because I know I need to make this amount of money every day. I need to make this amount of money every week, okay? If you do not know that, then you're going out there blindly of not knowing that, hey, I could really be doing this for 6 hours and be okay. Or I really need to do this for a good 10 to 12 hours a week so I can make my quote of what I need to pay or what I need to receive in my household. So before you start planning all these ideas, how you're going to advertise, how you're going to market, how you're going to build your business, you need to understand your finances and understand how much it's going to cost you, okay, to start the business, and how much you actually need to bring in your household. Once you understand that, then you can start to say, well, who am I going to direct my services to so I can make this type of money? Right?
And those questions, Tish, that you just mentioned will help you with pricing.
Yeah.
It's something that comes up all the time. Why? Because you already know I need to make $500 this week. So if I keep doing all my jobs for only $5 or $10, I'm not going to meet that goal. So that's going to help you with pricing. And that's something in the notary community we talk about all day long, is how to price our jobs. So those tips that you just got there, guys, I hope you got those gems. You have to have a plan. And I say that all day long. What is your plan? What do you want to do with the business? And another tip for Miss Danielle and other notaries out there right now, because we know loan signings may be a little slower, is, are you doing apostilles? Have you learned that process? That's a money maker right there. Each job is at least $175, if not more, in your depending on where you're located. It can be even more than that. Apostilles. So we need to learn to, like, I love that earlier. Think outside the box. Think outside the box.
Yeah.
Those were some excellent tips as far as the marketing piece. Yes, Angela.
I was going to tell Tisha to talk to them about, a lot of people have a 9-to-5 or had a 9-to-5, and are they treating this like a 9-to-5, or are they treating it like a business?
Okay, so let's keep it the professional way of how you're supposed to work in business. So I know some may not be already set up, like have a foundation of how you're supposed to be recognized as a business. What do I mean by that? Some of you are working like you're the candy lady, and some of you are working like you're Amazon. Just keep it real. So if you're working like you're the candy lady, you don't have your business registered, you don't have a business bank account, you don't have an EIN number, you don't have the essential things in order to operate as a business. You don't have a license, you don't have any of that, okay? A business license. So you want to make sure, in order to be identified as a business, you have to do those things. You have to create a business setup. Many say, well, you know what? I'm just starting to get my feet wet. I really don't know what this is going to become. So when I get the money to do that, I'll do that, right? That's a choice that you can, you prefer. However, if you're going to set yourself to be something, start at the beginning and do it properly, okay? So when you set yourself as a business, get your LLC, get your EIN, get your bank account, get your business license, okay? Get all the essential things that you need to start running yourself as a business. Because once you start running yourself as a legitimate business, people will value you set up as a corporation, as a business. So LLC is a limited liability corporation, right? You are a corporation. So when you register, look at yourself as a corporation. This should not be done as a hobby if you want to be a business owner. If you want to do this on the side, like a side hustle, that's different. But if you really want to do this full time as a business, set yourself as a business. Why? We're always saying, I don't have no money. It's hard for me to make money. I need funding. Well, in order to get funding, in order to get grants, in order to get loans, in order to get credit cards, and in order to get a debit card, you have to have the essential things that a business is considered to be in order to get someone to recognize, to invest in your company. You could see somebody, say you go to a barbershop, say you go to a Walmart, and someone says, oh, I have a notary business, or I have some people who need a notary, or I'm a notary. And someone, you can run into somebody who really has money. Okay, really has money. Hey, I have a senior living facility, and I got about 10 seniors that need signatures. Okay, and we're going to pay on their behalf. Okay, the person you're talking to, we're going to pay on their behalf. How do I pay you? You going to say Cash App? You going to say Zelle? Right? And even if you do, the person says, I don't have a Cash App. I don't have a Zelle. I want to write a check out in your name, or I want to send you a ACH, or I want to send you a direct deposit. I want to send you a PayPal. You don't have that. Oh, I don't have that. Well, you just missed out on the opportunity to get a lump sum of money because your business is not properly set up.
Yeah,
if you're applying for grants, if you're applying for PPP, idle loan, or idle grant, they're gonna be like, okay, well, where is your tax form? Where is your legal documentation that considers you as a corporation? Just say you sign up to a grant to get $2,000, $5,000, and they say you are the winner. You won the grant, whatever X, Y, Z. We would like to pay you in your business name. You like, well, I don't have a business account. Can you send it in my personal name? They're like, no, because we're funding the business, right? So you definitely want to make sure you don't know who is looking at you. Definitely on your social media. You don't know who's looking at you for you to not be prepared to receive money. Oprah can come and say, oh, or Tyler Perry. Everybody knows Tyler Perry dropped money here and there in Atlanta. Oh, I want to give you some money. What account you want me to put it in? I need a business account. Oh, I don't have that. Okay, well, I can't help you, sir or ma'am, because it's a charity, right? So they're trying to write that off. They can't write that. I mean, they can on a personal note, but they want to write it off for a business write-off because they're giving it to another business. So set yourself up to receive money. That's the whole. Set your foundation in order for you to receive money. And when it comes down, if you want to make it real simple and clear, the IRS is going to come for you. They're going to come. Sorry. They are targeting small businesses because most of the times they know small businesses don't keep good records. They don't do things legitimate. And so they're waiting for you literally to not keep your records together. And then they're going to fine you because you can't say how much you paid for expenses. You don't know how many taxes you took out. So you have to understand that setting yourself up as a business, you need to operate as a business because you cannot track Cash App. You cannot track Zelle. Okay. And you want to track where your money is coming from. Why? As we mentioned, so you can follow up with the people who you spent money with. When you look at Cash App, do they give you an email? They just give you the username, right? So when you dump that data, you can't email a username. So you need to be collecting data. If you don't know nothing else today, collect data. What does that mean? You go to the store and they say, oh, do you have your phone number? Can you give us your phone number?
So hold on, Tish. Hold on 1 second, because you dropping so much, girl. Let's talk about one thing. Yeah, back up just a little bit. So let's go back to as far as having your business structure and all that set up. Because a lot of times I will tell notaries, I don't want them to get paralysis where I don't have my LLC, I don't have this, I don't have that. They won't do anything until everything is taken care of, right? However, to your point, when you start trying to grow and go next level, scaling up and all of that, the banks want to see separation from your personal and your business. That's true. So this is a very good point right there. So we're going to break down some of what you said. So that's a good point right there, why you need the separation. I was just going to do a video on that too. Even as far as who you're paying out, we have to pay your witness. We pay witnesses to come to witness the signing. So they need a separation of that. The bank want to see that you're legitimate. They want 2 years normally worth of your statements if you do want credit and have to go back. So in our industry, we don't need a lot of credit to get started. It's really low startup cost.
You can get a $200 credit card. You can get a $500 credit card. Very low, and you're having the business pay for. There's so many. You can literally have your clients pay for your bill before you even start.
Right.
That's a marketing tactic. I don't have to go into that, but the essential thing is this: it doesn't cost to get an EIN number. It may cost you $150 to get your registration for your business. Okay. And then that's the main thing you need to have.
And
okay?
it's not that much to get started. I think Angela
It's
wanted
not
to add
that
something.
much. Literally, if y'all got family members that say, hey, y'all borrow money, can you give me $150? Literally. And you can go to the bank that you're already banking with and see if they have a business account and set up that business account, because you already have a relationship with that institution. So you don't have to go far and wide to figure out where to go. They will have requirements. Some may have requirements for you to have a business plan. A lot don't. The main thing is that you just need to have a registration, your EIN number, and your license. And so that is literally like less than $300, and you can save that up in no time. So if you're working a 9-to-5, you can save $50 a month or $50 every 2 weeks. $50 is gas.
So hold on, Tish, because you're going fast, girl. You're going fast for us. So hold on. So let's get Angela's thought, and then we're gonna come to a few of these in the chat because it's some good things. So let's reset just a little bit, guys. So we have Miss Tish Royster with us. She is an expert in marketing. She is an expert in building confidence, and she's helped me with several things in my business. Just looking at my website one day, we were having a casual conversation, and she was like, you need to remove this, that. And I was like, oh, I like that. I don't want to do it. And she was like, you don't have to. But I kept thinking and hearing what she said, and I went and did it. And needless to say, it did work. So she's dropping a lot of gems tonight, guys. So we do want to welcome her to Notary Mentor Mondays. We are going to go over it because we are having such a great topic, and we have so many guests with us tonight. So we won't be talking about our regular notary stuff, guys. We are still talking about how to grow your business, how to overcome your fears, and how to build confidence. That's what our main topic is tonight. So we're talking about a little bit of everything, but we won't be talking about printers and things like that. Okay. So was there anything in the chat, Alexis, that kind of goes along what we're saying today?
Yes. So one Doc DT asked, Letitia, I like your shirt. Who made it? If you want to share. That was the first one.
I made the design. I have a business friend that prints. She's a printer. She has a branding company and she prints. So it's literally called She Prints It. That's the name of the business.
Okay.
But yes,
would she mind if the viewers call her, Tish? Would she mind if they call her?
Oh yeah, go to
or reach out to her. What's her website? Do you know her website?
www.sheprintsIt.com.
Okay, so guys, check that out. SheprintsIt.com. All right, and then we'll keep in line with the same thing. Latora had a comment about her shirt. Oh, you want to read that one, Alexis? 828.
Okay. Latora says, great tip. I need to get me a shirt and hat. I'm such an introvert and shy. I'm struggling putting myself out there. I need to step out and start making moves. I picked a great day to tune in.
Yes, welcome. And that was an excellent tip. I love that because sometimes we are shy and your shirt talks for you before you even enter the room. Yeah. Your car magnet speaks for you before you even get there. They could see it. That was an excellent tip that Tish mentioned. Having something else to speak for you. Yes, Alexis.
And I was going to say, I actually had a situation where I had my car magnets on at Walmart. And sometimes I forget when I do have them on. Sometimes I forget I have them on. And I was sitting there, and you know how you just feel somebody like around you, or you can see out your peripheral. I saw somebody like just real close to my car, so I turned around, and it was just a guy snapping a picture. So I was like, okay. I'm sitting there some more, still on the phone, whatever I was doing, and I see another person, 2 people in less than 10 minutes. I was on the phone in the car. Another person came by, and it just kind of spooked me a little bit. I guess because I wasn't really paying attention. But 2 people in less than 10 minutes took a picture of the sign of my car.
I have had that happen too.
Me too.
Right.
I've had somebody flag me down on 78 to pull over so they can get a notary. I did. She was like, pull over.
But
so it's a hack.
I was going to say, so back to what Tish was saying about marketing though, and having a business plan. We don't have a lot of money when we first start our notary business, but that's like a $54 investment. If you use Signazon, you could get 2 of them for $54. They're like 24 by 15, I think is the size. And that's SIGN Signazon, just like Amazon. And that's a great investment in your business. So having a plan, as she mentioned earlier, is going to help. Let's see who else we had here. I did like this question, Tish. Someone says if they have a business, Penny Day, she's Alexis, if you'll keep reading down while I hit this one. She says she has one business and then she has another one. She has 2. Would you recommend her having different business cards for each business?
It depends on what the business is.
So let's assume they're not notary related. So one is a car wash and one is a notary. Should she have 2 separate cards?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to understand how they relate. You know what I'm saying?
I guess that's her question too.
I'll bring it back to elementary. You say you look at a business card and it has Notary Life with Kimmi, and then it has flower design. You know, like you're like, okay, is it the same number that you're using for both of them? And then you don't want to congest the business card. So you're going to have a website with all the information. So say you got letitiaroyster.com, right? I have my pedicure business. I have consulting information. I have products on that information. So it's multiple businesses on that page. But if you're talking about you, then I would say yes, because that is telling all what you can do when you get the information. But if you have business A and business B and they're 2 different things, they're literally 2 different things. Otherwise, you would have put them underneath the same umbrella. So yes, I would have 2 different business cards because they're not in correlation with one another.
And you actually had me clean up my website because you was like, Kim, why do you have this on there and this? And I removed some of the stuff to make it cleaner. So sometimes people do try to intertwine everything, and you cannot.
Less is more. Less is more. Simple is best, because people don't read. So if you're having so many things going on your platform or on your page or on your business, they don't know where to direct their focus to. And so you're going to lose that person when you have so much information on the card. It needs to be direct to say, hey, what you need for them to do, whether it's to go to your website, email, or phone. They need to know how to contact you instantly because people don't like to read, unfortunately, because we have social media.
And what are your thoughts on like overcoming your fear of pricing? Because you and I have had that conversation too, and you helped me out so much with pricing. That's one of the number one questions.
I should say, to understand, what is the main fear? You think that people are not going to buy?
Yes, the fear that my price is too high. They can get it done cheaper at the bank. Why would they pay me for that service? Why would someone pay me $65 to come and do one document?
Can I tell you my thoughts on that, Tish?
Sure.
My thoughts on this is because I'm worth it. I'm going to do a great job. I'm a great notary. I'm going to make sure it's done right.
I'm worth it. I'm worth
it. So I got two to 3 points.
Okay.
First point. Why did you come on this channel versus another channel? Right? So there's something that you like about Kimmi. There's something you like about Angela. There's something you like about Alexis. They're not the only people that's on YouTube, right? So why do you go to the specific hairdresser? Why do you go to the specific store? There's something that you like about that specific store or person. No matter they got 50 million other stores to go to or 50 million people that you can listen to and have a conversation with. So you are unique because of who you are. Okay. And so people may just like doing business with you, whether you're an introvert, whether you're quirky, whether you're funny, whether you're loud. People may just like your personality. People buy you before they buy the product. So that's why you have to be visible in your business. That's why people are already always in your business. Just look at, if you ever saw the meme of saying people will like more of your stories than your photos on social media, because they're trying to see you. or put a photo. Go tonight. Introduce yourself on your social media tonight. Okay. Put a photo of yourself. It's a headshot. Whether you make it look decent. Don't be in the bathroom. Please don't be in the bathroom. Okay. Don't be in the bathroom, but do a headshot. Okay. Put it on there and see how many likes it gets versus the likes that you're talking about your notary stuff. People want to see you because they want to know who they're buying from.
I
right?
say that all day long with your business cards.
Yeah.
You should have a picture on your website. You should have photos.
You should
People
have
wanna
something
see
that is talking about who you are. If it's in your about section, at least put a picture in your about section. It can be a headshot in your about section. It doesn't have to be a full, like on my page, you have me, just like boom, right there, you know who I am. So
They want that in the notary community too, Tish. That's needed in the notary community also is, yes, me in their face. Because I'm the notary going out. So that's a very good point. They do need to see I'm the one coming out. They need to see me with my stamp. So just take a picture with you by your card. It could just be like you said, a headshot and your notary shirt and like this, or
it can be you in action. It could be anything. So the number one thing is people buy into people. They don't buy into products. Okay. They buy into a brand. That's what they buy into. Right. So the second thing is, anybody grew up in the projects? Anybody know who grew somebody in, anyone have any family member who grew up in the projects? They on Section 8, right? But don't they still got some popular name brand clothes? Right? So where they getting that money from? Where they getting the money from? So even though they don't have money to live, right? They still make a way to get the latest and greatest, whatever it is. Right?
People pay for what they want to pay for.
If you want to pay for it, you're going to pay. If you want it, you're going to pay for it. No matter what your vice is, you're going to pay for it. Whatever your necessity is, you're going to pay for it. Some people say.
So this goes to, I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you, but I want to make sure we get as much from you as we can. So that goes back to confidence also, because it's 1,000 notaries out there. Most of them are not picking up their telephone. By the time they call us, they've already went to the bank where they can get it done for free. And the bank says, no, I can't do it because you're not my client. I can't do it because that document doesn't belong to us. They've already tried UPS for $3 for the same reasons. UPS is like, I'm not taking the liability for that document. By the time they dial my number, you just became a specialty. I became a specialty. I just got upgraded the mere fact that you dial my number. So everyone is not your client. But can you speak to, so we talked about pricing, how people buy what they want. And I like that. Now let's address it from the standpoint of having the confidence to tell the client your price.
Your confidence is your why. Your confidence is, I can't teach you confidence. No one can teach you confidence on the level to motivate you because you know why you don't have the confidence. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to lie about it. I can motivate you to understand the necessity to have confidence. But you need to write down at least 3 things you like about yourself or 3 things people like about you. If you ever had someone say, girl, you are so such and such, you make my day go X, Y, and Z, right? Or things that people come to you for. You need to write down affirmations about yourself, okay? And when you write down those 3 things, okay, of why you should be a notary that makes money, you need to post that up every day and look at that, okay? But the main reason why you deserve what you charge is because you're knowledgeable and you took the time. You learned about what you need to perform. you're giving a service that people can't give. There are a lot of people who are looking for a notary and cannot find it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the main thing is, you trying to stay broke?
Right.
Like, the reality is you got bills to pay. You have bills to pay. And so, honestly, let's get real honest. You tired of living the life that you're living. So if you're tired of living the life that you're living, you have to be the change. You have to be the change of your life. Can't no one do that for you. So, and you're the only one that knows what that change is like. It's a feeling, definitely from a woman's standpoint. It's an emotion, right? So whatever little girl went through X, Y, and Z, clear that up, clear it up, figure out what was the damage and how you can overcome that shyness and that fear. But stop acting like you don't deserve to be happy, and you don't deserve to have good things and a valuable life that you don't have to always struggle with. That's what we have been inherited with, unfortunately, but we can make the change if we put in the effort. Just like you put in the effort of learning how to cook, learning how to get an apartment, learning how to get a house, learning how to take care of a baby. Why is it you don't have the ability to learn how to run a business? You're capable. Truthfully, if you got kids, you're already running a business. Okay? If you have children, you already ran a business of how to grow a child. Literally. So, mothers, it's in you. It's already in you. Fathers, it's in you because you already have sat down and figured out, okay, I done messed up. Okay, I was supposed to feed the child and I didn't feed the child. The child is still whining, but I don't understand why it's whining. And it's getting on my nerves, right? So you had to figure it out. You made mistakes. The kid looking at you halfway crazy, like, what we doing? Right? So you're still having to keep pressing on raising your child or your children. So that means you got 3 or 4 businesses, okay, in your household. And all of them are doing different things. All of them are talking to you differently. But you're managing them underneath one roof. So it's possible for you to do the same thing with your own business. And it starts with you personally. You cannot develop your business without clearing up who you are personally, because then it's going to affect the business. How you think, oh, I don't think I can make that much money. So you're not going to go out there and make that much money. I don't think I can talk to people. So you're not going to talk to people. I don't think I'm good enough. So you're not going to go out there and try. So it starts with you knowing who you are first, what you can put up with, what your limitations are, what your personality is. If you know that you're not a talker, don't come out and acting like you about to do 10 calls on the phone when you don't like talking. So understand your personality to know if you're a morning person or an evening person. Are you productive during the day or at night? If you do things quickly or you do things slow. You need to know how you operate as an individual. That affects how you operate in your business and how you can make decisions. So if you know that by Wednesday, I'm ready for the weekend, then you need to go hard Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Because after Wednesday, it's a wrap for you. You're going to coast. You're going to coast. If if you're happy and go getter on the weekend, then do the weekend. Okay. But know how you operate as an individual. So you won't be like, I'm frustrated. Well, you're frustrated because you're not in tune to what you do as an individual. You know, when you watch TV, you know how long you watch TV. You know, when you go to the grocery store, okay, you know how to set a schedule. You've been doing it for umpteen years. You just now have to transition that same schedule and now into a business, just like your 9 to 5. Did nobody have to wake you up? to get there at 9. And then nobody had to rush you out or kick you out to leave at 5. You knew it was time to leave. You knew when to take your vacation. You knew when to make your doctor's appointments. Okay? You knew when to set up for your benefits. Mm-hmm. Nobody had to ask you that. You knew that you had to get a checking account to get a paycheck. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing in all honesty.
So let's stop there for a minute. So that goes back to some of what you were saying earlier about having a plan. You have to know what you're doing. And I love that, because if I know I don't like working on the weekends, and I do kind of run my business like that right now, and Angela does too, I know for sure. I'm sure Alexis has a similar model. You know how much you need to make, because Angela will say, hey, I've made what I need to make by this day. I'm coasting the rest of the week. She got her groove on. I'll call Angela. She's like, I'm at a job. And then towards the end of the week, she's like, oh, I'm not doing nothing today. You want to do this? I'm like, oh, okay. Because she's already made her money, where I might be more of the weekend or evening person. So I love those tips right there, to know yourself and when you function the best. Because I get my little crazy ideas and good working thoughts like around 3:30, 4:30 in the morning, and I wake up at 9 and call Angela. And she starts. I start blowing up her and Alexa's phone after I have what I call my little visions at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, hey, y'all thought about this. So, everybody had a time of day when they're more functionable. That's true. So
I want to do, can I do one exercise?
Yes.
Right. So I don't know what the average notary makes a month. I don't. Right. I don't know what the average notary makes a year. But you know your number. Right. So say you want to make, you can't live off of that. I'm trying to make it simple math, but you can't live off of that. Say you want to make $60,000. So you want to make $60,000 a year. Okay. So you got your pen and your paper. Everybody get their pen and their paper. If you don't have a pen and paper by now, I don't know. I really don't know what you've been doing. But you've been listening. I get it. I'll cut the slack. So 60,000. That is your yearly salary, 60,000. Okay. And you're like, well, how can I make 60,000? What do I need to bring in? Okay. So divide 60,000 into 12. Okay. And what do you get?
5,000 a month.
Okay. So you got to make 5,000 a month. Okay. So whether you work 7 days, 3 days, 4 days, whatever day, how many days, you got to at least make, you got to make 5,000 a month. So what does that look like per week? So let's say that there's more, there's more months with 4 weeks, right? So let's just do the average of 4 weeks in a month. So you divide that by 4. Okay. So every week you got to make $1,250 every week. That's your weekly goal you need to be making. That could be like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to do that for some people. Okay. Right. So when you divide in what do you have to do per day, then that is according to how many days you're working through the week. So if you're working 5 days, divided by 5. If you're working 4 days, divided by 4, 3, so on and so forth. So the average, how many days the average person is doing? How many days you guys work?
So I'm open 7 days a week.
But that don't mean we work 7 days a week, though.
No, I do work 7 days a week. Most of the time I get one call at least every day. So like today I have 4, tomorrow I might have 1. Right. Most of the time I have something every day.
Yeah.
So based on your numbers.
So let's ask the audience, what is your average amount of days do you work? Do you work 5? Do you want to do the regular 9 to 5? You work 5 days a week? Or do you work 7? So let's see.
How many days do you work? So drop it in the chat, guys. Do you work? You mean in their notary business or 9 to 5? You mean notary business, notary right? Business. Mm-hmm. So how many days do you work in your notary business? I'm open 7. I work 7 normally. How many days do you work in your notary business. So we'll take a second. So yeah, Danielle says she's 7 days too. Anybody else 7 days a week? Janine says 7. Marcel is 7.
7 days. We'll go with 7 days. So we divide 1250 by 7.
Okay, that's like 178 per day.
We'll say 179. We'll round it off, right? So every day, we're talking about every day, you got to make $179. That's your goal. That's your daily goal, is $179, right? So what can you do to make your $179 with the services that you provide? Right.
So let me jump in there right there, Tish. So is it possible, Angela and Alexis, to make $179 per day as a notary?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
it is. Yes, because you have the apostille service. One apostille, you met your goal for the day. Working in nursing homes, your pricing, if you price it correctly, you can make $179 per day. I have a video, make $10,000 a month. Jeffrey didn't like that video. He said, Kim, that's clickbait. I said, no, it's not, because I'll show you how to do it.
Yeah.
That's $335 per day. So what does that mean? Really quick, Tish, I'm going to steal this from you for a second, because we're going to ride this wave with this money, is because if that means right this second, I normally only like to go in a 5-mile radius to meet my goal. This week, my radius might be 20 miles. It might be 30 miles. I might say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and drive an hour out my normal range to make my money.
It may be 2 hours.
Yes. And Angela did that a few weeks ago.
I drove 2 hours for a job.
She did 2 hours each way. 2 hours each way. But she not only made her goal, but she blew it out the water. You hear what I'm saying? So go ahead, Tish.
So those who are saying that they do 6 days,
yes,
you need to make $208 per day.
Can you make $208 a day? Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
So understand this, right? So you got to go out further. So what you used to do, what you probably could do in 30 minutes or a 30-minute drive or a 15-minute drive, because it's 5 minutes radius, right? 5-mile radius. Now you got to go an extra 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
So if that 2 hours is going to make you reach your goal, great. But if that 2 hours is going to still needing you to make another sale, then you want to monitor how many hours you can do in that day to make your goal. Do you need 4 hours to work to make your goal in that day? Do you need 2? Do you need 6? Do you need 8? Do you need 10? What do you need? How many hours do you have to work in order to make your goal per day? And I emphasize on this because this is going to wake you up. This is going to wake you up saying, hey, I know that I have to make this number every day if I want to make this salary a year. When you're going in blindly, you're just thinking, I know I need to make money because I have bills. But when the number becomes real and you can see the number, then it's like, oh, I can't be sitting here chilling. I can't be waiting for Mentor Monday and seeing what they're going to give me. I need to be active before I get to the Mentor Monday, so I can get more motivation. But now that I know my number, I don't have no time to be playing out here, because the number is going to become real to you, because now you're going to be held accountable and responsible of knowing that number. Right? It's now held you. I made you accountable of what you got to do. You now need to make $179 a day. So the $25, I made a sale. I made $25 or I made $50. Okay, cool. You got still a good 4 more people you got to talk to before you make that $179.
And that might mean a little bit more driving. So we got a couple things in the chat that's kind of interesting really quick. So Tish, they say you are dropping gems, girl.
Oh,
they said they are loving the information, and we are so pleased about that. So we have a couple comments. We can't get every single comment, guys, but I'm going to just pull out a few. So this one here is, the question is it really possible to make $300 a day doing 5 days a week? Yes, you're going to make more than $300 doing 5 days a week. You should be making $300 a day almost. Or like
We
Tish's
just told you
analysis,
the apostille is 100 and what?
180, if not more. Right now, I'm waiting on a
180.
$400 job to come through. I'm waiting on one $400 job. I'm waiting on the guy to get his documents together. Another
Well,
one here.
I would say this. I would say this. I don't want the mindset. Okay, the mindset. So yes, it's possible, but you got to go get it.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible, but you got to go get it. Keep on asking, is it possible? Anything is possible. So if you're going out there and finding these people, yeah, it's possible that you can go out there. If you know you see somebody who wants this, it is possible. Stop doubting that it cannot happen. You cannot find it. Is it possible? Yes. You're actively working out there is going to make it possible. And the main thing that keeps you to or gets you to success is consistency.
Mm-hmm.
So consistency is going to continue to build. Once you get the pattern, if you don't learn nothing else, learn consistency in something, because as often keep going and going and going in that one thing, you're going to see results. And that is the key to success.
And don't think one customer is a one-time customer. What you give to that customer, how you interact with that customer, that's your customer for life. I had somebody text me and just said, I need to come over at 3. Are you available? The only reason I knew it was my previous customer because I had an old text message. And I said, sure. You know, what do you have? And told him how much it was. And he came over. So the way you deal with your customers can be a customer for life.
And the topic, one of the topics we're talking about is your mindset. You got to get into a business mindset. You got to get into the positivity of things. A lot of people are saying or thinking, well, what if this doesn't work? Well, what if that doesn't work? Or what if I don't get it? But what if you do? What are you going to do? You're preparing yourself to fail, right? But you're not even preparing yourself to be successful. So what if you do get the sale?
I like that. Are you ready with your supplies when the phone rings? Do you even answer the telephone?
Yeah.
So we're so busy saying no, 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 but I'm always like, yes, yes, yes. So that means when my phone rings, am I ready to go out? Do I have my supplies? Do I have to look for ink pens? Am I organized? Is my bag packed? Yeah. All of that goes into planning, organizing, and executing.
Stop looking for reasons to say no.
Yes.
Just this week, I told Kim about this. Just this week, I got a call. The person called me. He said, "Oh, can you notarize the form T113, whatever?" And I said, I was just talking to the man, but I'm on Google because I have no idea what a T form 113 is. I saw the form. I said, of course I can. I even had read a little bit on it. I'm like, make sure you have your driver's license and bring this document. I knew what I was doing because I'm the professional. I'm looking it up as he's talking to me, and I'm telling him to bring extra thing that the form say he needs in order for me to notarize it, so he won't show up and say, "Oh, I can't notarize it." So don't, like Kim always say, you can always make a no yes.
Optimism, don't shortchange optimism of overlooking the reality. Okay. The mindset is to be positive. You're not always going to be optimistic. You're not. That's not part of being in business. There are going to be days where you don't want to be positive. The reality of it is you still have to do the work. You know, you can sulk in being pessimistic all day long, okay? But being optimistic is the way to stay consistent. It doesn't mean that you're not going to have, you're going to be happy all the time, okay? You're not going to be happy all the time. There's some days you're not really going to want to get up and do business. That's just part of life. However, you have to understand, you got to believe that is still possible. And as I was telling Ms. Danielle, is that you can't plant and flourish in the same season. It's literally like a plant growing a flower. You have to plant the seeds, go back, nurture it, water it. That's your following up. And then you, like Ms. Angela was saying, you may get the sale. And then years down the road, you may see the plant grow and they're going to come back to give you more business. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you need the call. Yeah, you need to sell. Yeah, you need money. Yeah, but that's a known factor. You need money to live. That's an everyday thing that you know. When you wake up every morning, you got to do something in order to survive. So what is it that you're going to do in order to survive? And what is it going to take for you to stay motivated, to take your break? Because it is mentally draining. So understand that you got to know when to take your break too. The reality of the matter is you control what you want to produce. It takes you. It starts with you, and it's only you.
It starts with you.
Hire somebody out here.
Right.
Unless you hire someone out here to go do it.
Yeah, it starts with you, end with you. You are the it. That's what I like to say. You are the it. A couple more things was there anything in the comment, Alexis, that we need to hit? Because there's two things I see I wanted to hit really quick. So we got one of them. You tell me the next one, Alexis, what's in the comment, but we got for Angela around here, Tish, there's a saying, it's WWAD. What would Angela do? So somebody
I got
put
one
that
in the chat tonight. I don't see it.
Yeah, somebody put that in the chat. What would Angela do? She drove 4 hours round trip. Let's get it. So that's the kind of stuff that we're talking about. We are not just YouTubers, guys. We are actually working notaries. And we tell you what we do to be successful. You might have to do it. That might mean driving a little bit sometimes to meet your goal, your daily goal, like Tish has. So I love that. Okay. And then also, Tish, I want to know your ideas on this. Because this is something in the notary community that is very touchy. What are your thoughts about you must invest in yourself as far as training to learn your craft?
Okay. I'm just listen to what you just asked. I'm just saying a rhetorical question, not to be sarcastic. Okay?
No, I know.
Say the question one more time.
This is a valid question. What are your thoughts about people's hesitancy to pay for training to properly know their craft? And I use that loosely because a lot of our students that we have already paid 5 other people for training, and unfortunately they didn't get what they needed. And I get that. That's why we price our prices lower. And you know that you and I had a conversation about that, and you were flat out with me about our pricing structure, that's not my problem that everybody paid, and I have the information. So my question to you though is, because that's something we get a lot of pushback on too, is people want to learn the industry, they want to be successful, but they don't want to invest in themselves when it comes to training.
Okay, so I'm a business owner, okay, and that's with any industry. It's not the notary industry. I'm in the beauty industry, okay, and so as a beauty industry owner, the people you going to do your hair, to do your face, to do your nails, are acting the same way. They don't want to do a personal investment in getting crafty or more crafty in their skills or more educated in their skills in order to service you. So how do you feel if somebody you put your money on to do your facial went half in on their investment to learn how to do your face? You wouldn't like it, because you would feel cheated, that they cheated themselves on education, but still going to charge you a full price, right? So understand this. Every millionaire, billionaire, every person who's successful in business, the main thing they will tell you is you have to get educated. You have to get educated. That's how you stay in the game. If you don't educate yourself, you're going to get behind. You're going to be always looking for someone to tell you what to do versus you knowing what to do.
Can I get an amen? So that leads me to this. I love that. Oh, go ahead, Angela, then I'll come back to mine.
I said amen, because just an example of that, Tish, when you were saying it, I thought about my daughter owns her own business. She's happen to be in the beauty business. And she just dropped $3,500 on a class. I'm like, how much did it cost? She said it cost $3,500. And I asked the lady, Can I split it in between 2 payments? And fortunately, she said yes. I'm saying that to say that, and Kim knows this. She invests in herself.
Yeah.
And when she invest in herself, Kim be like, your daughter making that kind of money? I need to be making that kind of money, because she invests in herself and people will pay her because they see what she does.
Stop thinking a hustle mentality. You would spend thousands of dollars to go to college to get your credentials, right? So if you see someone who has great credentials of teaching people, great testimonies of teaching people, you have to invest in order to be skilled. You have to invest in education in order to be skilled, unless someone is going to hold hand you and teach you for free. Now, the likelihood of someone teaching you for free, they must just got a lot of time on their hands to do it. Someone is retired or something like that, or someone who's trying to get out of the notary game or whatever industry that they're in. But everyone knows that time is money and knowledge is power.
Give it to me, girl.
Right? That's why they charge you for school, because they know it's powerful.
Yes.
That's why it was eliminated to be taught years ago, because it's powerful. So understand this. You cannot shortchange education, because when there is no knowledge and when there is no discernment, there's no wisdom. And when there's no wisdom, there's confusion. And confusion causes chaos. So you have to understand that in order to succeed, you have to be knowledgeable about what you do, and you have to be skilled about what you do. You're not going to send a child in the kitchen not knowledgeable or only know how to make noodles. You're not going to send them to make a Sunday dinner, because they're not knowledgeable enough. Okay. And you didn't invest any education in them to learn how to make a Sunday meal. So they either going to what? Get burnt. The food going to get burnt. Okay. And you may get sick for eating the food. So understand that when you don't invest, you're causing more negative problems, okay, in order to try to become successful. You're going
let's start right
backwards.
there. Tish, let's start right there. So, and what does that look like in the notary space? Without proper training, you're messing up people documents. Without proper training, you're not going to work. They're going to blackball you signing companies. Without proper training, people documents are missing deadlines. That could be anything. Like I did 2 birth certificate applications today. If I didn't stamp those correctly, the kid's trying to leave town next week. Dad was in town only today. That document had to be 100, because there's no way for him to even get back to sign it, to re-sign it. So knowledge is power, as Tish already stated. Proper training is so important. And it was something else you said I really wanted to highlight. Oh, one more thing. As far as having proper training will grow your bottom line, because when your telephone rings and you know what you're doing, you have confidence. That's why you don't want to pick up the phone, because you don't know what you're doing.
Mm-mm.
I would say this.
Confidence. Yes.
I would say this. If you don't get educated, if you don't invest, you're always going to be hustling. You're always going to be hustling.
That's the difference between, yeah.
So, and a hustler feels like, I know how to hustle. I know how to get this money, and they get excited, but they can never take a break off, okay, from hustling in order to make money. So when you understand that when you learn about how to do it properly, you don't always have to stay. You get out of the hustle mode. You get out of the hustle and grinding. You're trying to build from being hustling all the time. So if you don't invest in how to level and scale your business, you're always going to stay down hustling. And that means that you are always going to be physically having to go out and search and find people. Yes, that's part of the business, but it won't be as hard to do so if you're doing it properly. You want to get to the routine of all that grinding, all that hustling you're doing. Now we will turn back from you to get people coming to you. What you dish out is what you get back in return. So if you're doing it halfway, you're going to get halfway of it in return.
Couple things from the chat really quick. So they were like, you will lose your commission if you don't know what you're doing without proper training, facing fines and jail time. People will be able to put stuff over on you. Hey, sign this, and you don't know if you're supposed to sign it or not. And you just sign it because they asked you to. Yeah. And then I love what Trees and Design says too. If you don't invest in your craft, you'll always be in hustling. Yep. You will always be hustling. So I got 2 more topics for you, Tish, and then we'll try to wrap it up. Okay. The last 2 is, did somebody say something?
Will do.
Last 2 topics is, what is your thoughts on being, and you kind of already answered it, so you can make it kind of short and sweet. What are your thoughts on mentorship versus training?
I mean, that's a general question. Can you be a little bit more specific?
So in the notary space, many people say, oh, I need a mentor. Can you be my mentor? But what I found is what they're really saying is, and you mentioned it earlier, going out, having to call somebody every notary call that we get because you don't have proper training. So they're like, can you be my mentor? Basically, they're saying, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no training. Okay. Can you walk with me on every assignment, basically, versus if they have training and you just have a one-off question on a document that's kind of strange, that's a little bit different.
So which one I prefer? Or
well, do you think there's a difference between being having a mentor versus having proper training?
Yeah, a mentor is to guide you. Mentor is to guide you. They're really not even designed to even teach you. They're just guiding you on your journey.
That's what
a mentor is just like, hey, you go to your mentor. Hey, mentor, I had this experience with my business, or I had this experience, doing this educational thing. And, I don't know, I'm concerned about X, Y, and Z. They mentor you through the situation. They mentor you of like, what's the best direction you should take, or next step you should take after that. Training is literally sitting down and telling you how to do a process, a course. That's training. Okay. And sometimes mentorship can include training, but they are still separated. There are 2 different things.
And that's what I wanted you to say. You nailed it, because a lot of times we get that. Angela, go ahead, please.
So are you saying basically mentorship is not training? Because like Kim said, when someone said mentor, that means I want you to tell me exactly what to do with all of these documents, where I sign, look at each page. What am I supposed to do with this? What does this mean? That's what people see as that is mentorship.
That's training.
No.
So there is a difference.
When you go to school, what do they do? Do they train you, or do they mentor you?
They train you.
Right. So if I went to notary school, you're going to be asking me the same questions, right? Basically what we're talking about right now. How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I fill out this form? How do I fill out that form? That's what you get taught in notary school, right? If you're mentoring, the question was, I filled out this form, or I helped sign this form or notarize this form, and this customer has said this about, I should be doing this. Is this the right thing I should be doing? You're asking for guidance, or counseling in a sense, right? So, but however, there are some mentorships, like I mentioned, that can include training. That's why some people get confused, because there are mentorships where you're signing up to a course and you're getting the mentorship as well. However, training is teaching.
Correct.
Teaching.
Thank you. So that's the point. And my last one for you that I have, and we'll see if Angela and Alexis just have anything burning on their mind, is what about this fake it till you make it mentality? I have people that will put things on their on their Google My Business page. They have no training. They've never seen it before. They've heard us talk about it and we do it, and they figure, well, I'll put it on my page so I can do it, but they haven't been trained. Fake it till you make it. Can you fake being a nail tech if you've never had training? I guess you could, but we see those stories on TV, right?
The term is self-taught. That's the term. And people are proud to be self-taught. So there's no problem of being self-taught, but I still need for you to go get legitimate theoretical knowledge about what you're servicing. So
well, I'm not even talking self-taught, Tish. I'm talking about literally when we talk about the service of apostille.
Yeah.
You've never done an apostille before, apostille. You've never done one before, but you've heard about it. So you're just going to throw it on your Google page, and then you're going to call me, Angela, or Alexis to walk you through a 2-hour process.
Or I-9.
Or I-9. Anything. They put. So what's your thoughts on just trying to fake a service that you don't know how to do?
You want my honest truth?
That goes, yeah.
Honest. I want the honest.
Y'all in the camera? You lying. You're a liar. So if you don't know what to do, how to do it, do not put it on your page. And the reality of it is, if you're lying, that can lead to a lawsuit. Because you're falsifying who you are. You're falsifying what you know. Okay. So say I come on your page and I want you to notarize this specific thing, right? And you telling me that you can do it. So I go to you and you want to go to Kim to get how to train you how to do it before you come to me. And I'm like, nah. Because what if I'm educated about the form that I want you to sign? And I'm looking at you like, no, you're supposed to sign over here. And you're supposed to ask me this. And you're not. So that still is saying you don't know what you're doing. So if I can prove to you that you don't know what you're doing, then I can sue you for having me to pay something that you're not authorized to do. So do not, when it comes to legal documents, do not fake it till you make it.
Bam. That's all we need to hear. Well, I have enjoyed this conversation. Let's see if Angela, did you have anything burning you want to talk about, you or Alexis? And then I had a couple little
just briefly something that Tish mentioned earlier, about you'll go spend money on, some people go spend money on designer stuff and all of these things and invest in yourself. I don't know if you guys realize that she was talking about payments, Cash App, Zelle, and all of that. What Square does, and when you talk about setting up your business, Square, what it does is your money going to automatically go to your bank, but Square will recognize that you have a legitimate business after so many sales, and Square will start throwing money at you, basically. I mean, I get emails all the time from Square saying, you need a loan for $2,000, for $4,000. So that's another way to get money to invest in yourself and to invest in your company. So if you don't have Square, instead of letting people pay you cash, people are willing to use their debit card. The lady called me yesterday. She said, "Do I need to stop by the ATM?" I said, "I take debit, credit," and she's, "Oh, thank you." So you get Square, use Square. That's another means of advancing your business because Square will give you money. You got to get it back to them, but they'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Alexis, you have anything before I make a couple announcements right quick?
Yeah, I have a couple things. So one is I saw a couple comments where people are like, I'm doing X, Y, and Z, and I'm still not getting phone calls and stuff like that. Not only do I see it in the comments, but I also, when I'm talking to people, they, call me, email me, stuff like that. That's like the number one thing I hear. I'm doing this, but I'm not getting the results I want. So when I start asking questions, like, okay, did you do this? Did you go to like a nursing home? Did you go here? Did you go maybe a little bit outside of where you're at? Maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, even an hour. I'm like, did you do all these different things? And they're like, no. And then when I really think about how much time you might have put into doing this, I feel like some people only go out there maybe once. Maybe go out into the field, go out to your community, go out to a neighboring town or city. You do that maybe one time, and then you expecting just like a great return. And I really don't understand it. I just want people to understand that you need to get out there, literally, like we said in the beginning, every day. When you go into your local grocery store, when you're making trips, I know me, I go downtown a lot, just to like hang out or whatever the case may be. Those are opportunities where I'm going to be interacting with all different type of people, especially being in Metro Atlanta. You never know who you're running into. That's an opportunity for me to pass out my business card. So I just want people to understand that, yeah, you might have done one thing or you might have done a couple days or something like that, but this is something ongoing and almost like an everyday thing that you need to be promoting yourself. And that's as well as physically and on social media. Find all the different types of social media. Get on there. LinkedIn. I've heard plenty of people get success stories from LinkedIn, and they're in multiple different avenues, whether that's like real estate, whether they're doing 9 to 5s, in the tech field, whatever the case may be. Open up your mind and really think about what I can do to switch it up and make things different. I saw another comment and someone said that they passed out pens. It was DJS actually. She said she passed out pens along with her business cards. And I can't tell you over the years how many times I end up with a random pen at work. I was working in the healthcare field. You'll end up with a random pen that say something random on it, like maybe it was a restaurant. You know how many times I've ended up with a random pen with somebody's information on it? So I just want people to know, like, yeah, you might be doing some work, but you can always be doing more. You can get out there a little more. And that's where your confidence comes into play. You didn't spend all this money on training, supplies, this, and that. But when somebody calls you, you don't know how to price it. But I'm like, you know how much gas you need in your car. You know your worth because you're trained to do these things. So I feel like you should know your pricing a little bit. Yeah, it might be tricky at first, or just because you're getting into a new field, you might not really understand how much everyone else is charging. But sometimes you don't have to think about everyone else. Think about what you bring to the table.
Right.
Your
Can I
gas.
say something?
Yeah.
Give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. Okay. Understanding that not many people take the step to entrepreneurship. Okay. And then even in your 9 to 5, what we really are trying to do is what we did in our 9 to 5. But you work on your 9 to 5 for a good 5 years, a good 10 years, right? But you won't even give yourself a good year in the business. It's going to take time. Even when you're learning your new job, it takes you time. It takes you at least a year and a half to get a good feel of your new role on your job in your 9 to 5. So stop trying to speed the process when you know in your 9 to 5 that it took you a longer time to get prepared and you've been in the position at your 9 to 5 well over 5+ years. Whether they mistreated you, didn't tell you what you needed to tell you, had to find out on your own how to figure it out because they didn't have no SOPs or nothing like that. They didn't give you no raise. Okay, so you still stayed there. They didn't give you no benefits. They didn't pay you on time. You still stayed there. Okay, there's plenty of instances where you've been in corporate America and you've been mistreated and you stayed there longer than what you were supposed to stay. So give yourself grace. Pricing, I'll keep it simple. No one can tell you your price because no one is living your life.
Oh,
Exactly.
Okay. Think about housing. Think about housing, or think about all the things you see in life. You got 2 gas stations, right? You got one on the right hand side. You got one on the left hand side. You got one that's 1 cent lower, 1 cent higher. Okay. And still at the end of the day, they're paying 2 different mortgages at their gas station right across the street. In your apartments, you on the 3rd, 2nd, or 1st level. You're not paying the same price. You're going to pay higher on the top level. Okay. You're going to pay less at the lower level. Okay. So no one is having the same cost of living individually. So you can't tell me I got to charge X amount of dollars because I live in this area. Yeah, I still can live in this same building as you, but I'm not paying the same rent as you because when my lease is up, they may give me a discount. They may charge you an extra $50. And now how rate is going, they may charge you an extra $400 right now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone cost of living is different. That's why you need to know your numbers of your cost of living to understand what you need to charge for your services and your knowledge about your services. Don't go with high pricing if you're not skilled in what you're doing with your services. When you become more skilled, give yourself a raise. Okay.
Yeah.
So understand that your pricing is really determined by you. Can no one tell you that you're worth X, Y, and Z now in your business? You don't have no HR department telling you got to make this certain amount of money every year. You got to get this merit once a year on this time of the day. Okay. So give yourself grace and understand that you're worthy to receive the money that you need to live. No one should have to force you, throw that down your throat when you know you got to wake up and provide for yourself or for your family. Okay. Give yourself grace. That's why you're here today. You need assistance. Okay. Stop beating yourself up.
Tish said, no one can tell you your price because no one is living your life. Somebody asked Tish to say what she said. I think that's what they wanted to hear.
Yeah, that was good.
Tish, do you look at websites and give people advice on websites? Is that something that you do for people?
Oh, they can do a consultation and I can.
So contact notaryeducatorsllc.com.
Well, actually, Angela, we're gonna have them contact Tish direct. So I was just going to mention that. So
because somebody asked in the chat, that's why I asked.
Oh, okay. So we got a few announcements for you. Yes, Angela, that's good. So we are gonna have you contact Tish directly at Tish Royster. Let me put it in the chat. LETISHAROYSTER.com. If you can't remember for some reason, you can definitely reach out to us and we'll put you in touch with Tish because you may like to have a one-on-one session with her. As I stated before, she and I had a couple one-on-one sessions and it was worth everything. I made a few adjustments to my website, my overall business plan, my business structure, because you guys know Alexis is our Google My Business person, but Tish is there to help you to grow your business. And she is very good at growing businesses. And again, just little tweaks here and there. That initial investment is worth it. Yeah, people are writing it down there. Thank you so much, Tish, for being here tonight. A couple more announcements, guys. We'll come back and thank our guest again. Is we have started our own Facebook group, Notary Educators Facebook group, and we will be going live in there occasionally, not all together. Sometimes it might just be me. Sometimes it might just be Alexis. Angela might just hop in there. And we'll be dropping gems daily. That might be a post. It might be, like I said, a live. If you have questions about your business, you can drop it in there. We are all working notaries, so we're not saying that we're getting ready to take on your mentorship, but drop it in our chat, and we're always in and out the chat. And then there's other experienced notaries in there too. So Notary Educators Facebook group is now available. You do not have to have taken one of our classes. It is completely free. Another thing we want to mention is we have our upcoming Georgia meet and greet. And we actually have had a few notaries that are at the bordering states of Georgia that want to come. So sure, you can. We're going to talk about a few things for Georgia, but it's really a meet and greet of notaries, a meeting of the mind. So if you're at the South Carolina border 2 hours this way, come on through. You in North Carolina, Alabama, Florida, Tennessee, come on through if you want to drop in. So check it out at notaryeducatorsllc.com. And then, of course, I have to tell you about my new Georgia book, Start Your Notary Business in the State of Georgia. It's not that complicated. As I stated when we first started, that was part of my hang up. People saying you can't make any money. I'm like, you know what? Georgia can, Georgia does, and Georgia will. So I'm giving you the handbook on how to make money in Georgia. And we'll come back to our guest again. We'll all just do a little bye and we'll let Tish wrap it up for us at the end. So again, I'm Kimmi with Notary Life with Kimmi. Guys, it's been my pleasure to have Tish here dropping these gems on the audience. It just touches my heart and I see it in the comments. and her growth. She's not stingy with knowledge, just like we are not. She gives you everything. So if you need a session with her, she is there for you. Angela, you want to say something? Then we'll get Alexis and we'll let Tish take it home for us.
Just to thank you guys for being here. I'm so happy that you came in to hear the great advice and the gems that Tish dropped tonight. And we see that you guys really enjoyed it. So watch. I know you'll watch this live again because it's so much that information that she gave. You're going to need to watch it again to grow your business. So thank you guys always for being here. We really appreciate you guys. And yeah, we'll see you again.
And hello, everyone. It's Alexis. And yeah, just again, I hope you all really got a lot out of this. Tish was really dropping a lot of great gems. And I hope it really just opened up everyone's mindset on, what you can do differently and how you can think differently in order to make your business grow. Because at the end of the day, we're all very successful in this field. So obviously, it's possible. So I just really want, rewatch the live, get your notebook and pen out and take some notes and get out there and get to it because you can do it.
You can do it. Tish, you want to take us home?
Hi, everyone. I'm Tish Royster, owner of Waterless, Medi Pedi, and Nail Spa and a foot care brand, Pedicured. So those are my two brands. I'm a spa owner here in the Atlanta metro area. I've been in business for 6 years, okay? I work full-time. I've been in full-time for 19 years or so. So I've failed businesses and I've been successful in businesses. And so the main thing you need to understand is that you are going to blossom if you continue to nourish and plant the seed and know that you have to put in the work. It starts with you. It starts with your mindset. And so if you're needing assistance in getting ideas to get yourself out there, you can always go to my website at www.letitiaroyster.com. I'm on Instagram at the Pedicurist. If you want to know more about waterless pedicures and manicures, I know that may be new to you guys. You can always go to waterlessmedipedispa.com and on the social media platforms. And then also too, you guys can do it because every millionaire you see, every billionaire you see, they had to start from zero. So right now, you don't got nothing to lose because you have nothing. You have literally nothing. So what is there to lose of making all the mistakes you need to make when you don't have anything versus making all the mistakes when you have everything? And that's why it's important to establish your business properly from the start when you don't have any risk, okay, in the business. So be proud of how far you come. There's more work to do, and there will always be work to do. So pace yourself and don't give up so easily. Because if you can give your time to another corporation, you can give yourself time for your corporation. Okay?
So one more thing, Tish, what is your Instagram again? Because Tish does these motivational lives on there all the time. And I know when I popped at her first one, she must have been like, what Kim doing here?
No, I give business tips every Tuesday on Instagram at 7:30. It's me and another business owner. We do reviews on certain TV shows or videos or books of how we can apply business tips from what we're watching. And so it doesn't matter that you're in the nail industry or the beauty industry, the notary industry. It doesn't matter. Business is business. There's nothing different no matter what industry you're in. So you can see that on Instagram at LELLE, the pedicurist. Okay. And so that's every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m.
A little slower for me because sometimes people are driving and stuff. Can you say it one more time a little slower? The IG.
LELLE, the pedicurist. And that's on Instagram at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday. So tomorrow I will be live on Instagram.
And I have to tell y'all this, and then we're gonna wrap it up for real. I was on Tish's thing a few weeks ago, And her and whoever her guest was that day, they were talking about maneuvering Publix. I don't know if you remember this, but how colors Publix are green and bright. What does it make you think of when you walk in their store? Target. What is it? The Target sign. What do you think of? It was such an excellent marketing show that evening, and she does that every week. So check her out on tomorrow night, guys, at 7:30. Well, we're all going to get out of here because it is late. We thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. It's been our pleasure. Again, we want to thank our special guest, Tish.
You're
Alexis,
so welcome.
Angela.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Tish.
Thank you so much.
You're
Until
welcome.
next time, guys. Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.